We are a work in progress. Just seen the Ange Postecoglou interview, and we are still a work in progress. We are now on 16 defeats, 6 effing defeats this season, and it's not even over yet. We have a manager who's cupping the fans, cupping his ears to the fans as if to say, let's give it more. We got a captain who shushes the fans now at the away end, because obviously they are criticising the team and the manager and everyone involved. So it makes it more interesting, the protests that are planning to go ahead. Even more so, what kind of protest we're going to have on Sunday for the Bournemouth game follows tonight's absolute shambles. A manager, like I said, 16 defeats this season, and he comes out in an interview that we are a work in progress. Yes, he was absolutely being antagonised by the interviewer, Pat, whatever his frigging name is. He was absolutely being antagonised and saying, "Oh, did you hear the fans? Do you feel like you've lost the fans?" And all. It was completely antagonising. It was completely wrong, him doing it that way, for sure. But 16 league defeats. We have had managers who have gone for a lot less. How we can be defined a work in progress is beyond me. We are an absolute dire straits. I watched the whole match tonight, and I see not only a soulless club tonight, I saw an absolute soulless team. No reaction whatsoever. From the first half, right from the get-go, the 5-10 minutes, they were peppering us. Vicario saved us in one occasion. And at every single time there were clear and obvious shortcomings in our team, specifically crosses in the wide areas, who weren't getting pressed. The cross or the ball was never getting pressed enough, and we weren't picking up players. In the first half, there was 2 or 3 situations we were getting the overloads in the back stick, and with the better balls, there was 2v1 situations that every time they could have scored numerous amount of times. Our attacks were far and few and very timid. Very timid and toothless attacks. Players who were getting dispossessed in the ball. We have a player in Van der Ven who not only tackles to win the ball, but then he goes on a run, thinks he can get past 3 or 4 players, gets dispossessed, and we're on attack. That happens on numerous amount of times, different players on the ball. We lost Jules tonight. Absolutely, and this wasn't a great Chelsea tie. Listen, there's no knocking. Chelsea done what they had to do, but tonight was not a great side out there. Chelsea had their own difficulties, but of course, when they play against us, everyone, it's very easy to make any team, even if they're struggling, look better, just because we are that far worse. I saw nothing whatsoever tonight to make me think that there's any kind of cohesion between the manager, the fans, and the players. Completely disjointed. Listen, it's hard to comprehend how we are still here speaking about the same things over and over again. We keep seeing the same results on the pitch, and I'm not talking about the scores. I'm talking about the terms of how we're playing, how we have massively regressed. Before, we had a lot of injuries. Now we've got players back. We've had the breaks. We've had international breaks. Everyone's back. We've got the defenders. Our goalkeepers back. Our defenders are back. Midfield. Who did we not have tonight? I wasn't playing. Kulusevski. It's probably one of our better performances this year from him. But other than that, we have everyone back now. So the excuses of the injuries have completely and utterly gone. So it's very frustrating to not see any. I mean, you can go to Stamford Bridge and have long phases of the game where you have to defend, or perhaps you're behind the ball and so forth. Completely, because we our record at Stamford Bridge is absolutely shocking. What is it now? We've lost to them 4 times in a row now. I don't remember the last time we've even won against them anymore. So we know the difficulties already that we have going to the places like Stamford Bridge, but to turn up and not absolutely do nothing. We played 102 minutes or something like that. And guys, honestly, another thing I want to make clear right now, it was a foul. Sarr kicked Caicedo's knee. which got to him for him to get the ball into strike to go and score that goal. Guys, it was a foul. Yes, the only thing I would criticise, why did it have to take 6-7 minutes to make a decision that for me was clear and obvious right from the get-go? I saw it live and I said it was a foul. If that happened to one of our players, I would have been screaming like mad. Bottom line is, Sarr, with his foot, hits the player's knee. Yeah, he made a meal of it, but he does foul him. And if we're talking about modern day football and it's contact football, it's a foul. He hit his knee first, then he takes the ball, and then he goes on to score. So why then it has to take 6-7 minutes to come to that conclusion is beyond me, because then it makes it look like it's not clear and obvious when it clearly was clear and obvious. I want to be straight. I see it. I see it, and I'll call it as it is, whether it's in favour or not. That was a foul, and it was rightly ruled out. The same way their goal was ruled out, rightly so. But other than that, guys, what could we be screaming murder for tonight? What can we honestly be screaming murder for? This manager is done. It no longer, to me, this season is an absolute write-off. Yeah, we've got the Europa Cup game. That is the only thing that we can even, but can you honestly see us do anything there with these kind of performances that we're telling? Are we going to go to the Frankfurt and Lazio and whoever else progresses in that Europa League? Are we in a situation where we will need to be able to defend as well as attack? We will need to defend and know how to defend for large periods of matches, particularly when you're playing with the better oppositions the further you go in the Europa Cup. In tonight's performances, on tonight's basis, going away from home against the likes of you're going to go to these kind of places where it gets a bit hostile as well. You have to be able to handle that, and tonight we didn't handle that. Bournemouth, with a protest, like I said, Bournemouth for Sunday, with a protest going ahead. I don't know. The pressure's absolutely mounting. Listen, everyone's done. Everyone's done. We can talk about the owners. Well, you know how I feel about these owners. You guys know how I feel about Daniel Levy. It's no point. This is just an absolute incompetence from top to bottom. We've become soulless at the club. Soulless. The manager doesn't no longer believable, and the team are putting performances. They just want a season done as much as we do. The only good, and I'll end it with this, the only good thing that can come out tonight, that we've got one game less that we have to watch, Spurs. That's the only good things. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment and subscribe. And tonight, I don't even feel like saying it. Speak soon.